Now, as the Methodist Church considers a nationwide split, how one Madison minister is reacting, and the latest on the death from a Beltline crash that made for major delays yesterday morning. Plus, tensions in the Middle East continue to escalate, what politicians are saying about Iran's newest nuclear threats.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now at 5:30.
Thanks for joining News 3 Now at 5:30. I'm Amanda Quintana. We start tonight in Janesville, where police are investigating the homicide of a 40-year-old man. Police say they responded to a report of shots fired in the 600 block of West Racine Street around 5 o'clock this morning. That's where they found the victim in the street with a gunshot wound. Police say several people, including the victim and suspect, were at a party at a house on that block. The victim was transported to Mercy Hospital, where he died as a result of his injuries. Now, authorities are looking for 24-year-old Corvacey Weaver of Joliet, Illinois, in connection with that homicide. Weaver is 5 feet 9 inches tall and weighs about 130 pounds. He has black hair and brown eyes. Anyone with information is asked to contact local law enforcement officials. Soon, amid decades of disagreements, the United Methodist Church could split, causing the third largest denomination in the United States to become two. Gabriella Becerra shares more on the proposal and how church leaders in Madison are reacting.
The proposal is to split into two different denominations, one half the, quote, traditionalist Methodist, which would continue to oppose same-sex marriage and LGBTQ clergy, and the other half would allow for same-sex marriage and LGBTQ clergy. A pastor at First United Methodist Church says she can see both perspectives.
I'm grateful for each one who came today to offer thanks and praise to the God who gifts us this day and this new year.
Anyone who walks through the doors of First United Methodist Church is welcomed. This new year could be a historic year for the United Methodist Church as its leaders propose to split in two. While the possibility of a split doesn't come as a surprise to Pastor Tina Lang,
We really are a divided church, and that the issue of including LGBTQ folks is such a spiritually rich concept and so complex and so important that the division between perspectives just seems to get deeper and wider.
she says there are mixed emotions on changing history.
The thought of a split is disappointing, I think, for everyone who has been part of the Methodist movement over generations and generations.
But it's also a change that Lang says needs to happen.
It feels in some ways inevitable. It is sad that we haven't figured out a way to be better and to be unified, but I'm relieved that we'll at least have some options according to our denomination to do what this church has done for a long time, and that is to fully welcome all people.
And Lang says she doesn't see a possible split changing that.
This congregation will remain strong. This congregation will continue to be an important witness in the community in a variety of ways. And I believe this congregation will continue to be a witness to full inclusion of all people, no matter what happens with the general church.
The proposal will be voted on at the Global Conference in May, and although Lang will not have a vote herself, she said she will still attend the conference.
All right, Gabby, thank you so much. Officials have identified the man who died after yesterday's rollover crash on the Beltline. The Dane County Medical Examiner's Office says 27-year-old Alex Abing died from his injuries sustained in the crash. Following the crash, Madison firefighters extricated him from the rolled vehicle, and he was taken to a local hospital where he was pronounced dead. Police say 2 other people sustained non-life-threatening injuries in that crash. 2 people in northern Wisconsin are dead after their snowmobile plunged into a lake. The Oneida County Sheriff's Office received a call to head to Lake Nokomis around 3 o'clock this morning. Authorities found 3 snowmobiles and 3 riders had gone into the water. 1 rider was able to get out and make that 911 call. The other 2 riders were dead. Let's get a look at your first alert weather with Dana Fulton. It was a pretty nice day outside, but that wind today was what was really cold.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people are going to believe me that we actually hit 40 degrees because when you factored in that wind chill, it certainly felt much colder outside. But we did officially hit 40. Again, our average temps right now in the mid-20s, so our mild weather just continuing on. With our Edgewater Sky Cam, we are expecting to see a mostly clear sky to start off your Monday morning. Right now we're at 38 and temps overnight will continue to fall on down into the mid-20s for those overnight lows. Mild weather expected yet again for Monday afternoon. We're expecting the sunshine to come back a little stronger for the start of your work week. And our next rain chance, it's not going to come actually for several days. We'll take a closer look at when that rain is going to start knocking on the door in just a few minutes. Amanda?
Thank you, Dana. At least 5 people are dead and 60 more are injured after a massive pileup this morning in western Pennsylvania. Officials say 3 tractor trailers, a tour bus, and multiple passenger cars were involved in this crash. It happened around 3:30 this morning on the Pennsylvania Turnpike southeast of Pittsburgh. The crash shut down an 86-mile stretch of the turnpike in both directions for several hours. The NTSB is assisting in the investigation. The Trump administration is warning Iran that any retaliation for the killing of its top general, Qasem Soleimani, will be met with a military response. CBS News' Nicole Killian reports from Washington on the latest fallout from last week's U.S. drone strike.
Secretary of State Mike Pompeo expressed support Sunday for President Trump's threat to hit back at Iran if it retaliates for the death of General Qasem Soleimani.
I've been part of the discussion and planning process, everything I've seen about how we will respond with great force and great vigor if the Iranian leadership makes a bad decision. We hope that they won't, but when they do, America will respond.
Late Saturday, the president tweeted that 52 Iranian sites have been picked as targets if Iran attacks. The tweet says some of the targets have cultural significance. On CBS's Face the Nation, Margaret Brennan asked Secretary Pompeo if that is consistent with his own message of de-escalation.
Entirely consistent.
Threatening to bomb mainland Iran?
The Iranian leadership needs to understand that attacking Americans is not cost-free.
In Iran, members of parliament chanted "Death to America" while thousands of mourners poured into the streets. The nation is preparing to bury Soleimani, struck down late last week by a U.S. drone. In a non-binding vote, Iraq's parliament approved a plan Sunday to expel U.S. troops from the country. Iraq's prime minister is expected to sign the draft bill to make it final.
In Iraq, even, where people were protesting against the Iranian-backed militias, that anti-Iranian effort now seems to have transformed, as we've seen the images and over the last 24 hours, into anti-American activity.
In another development, Iranian state television says the country will no longer abide by any of the limits of its 2015 nuclear deal. Nicole Killian, CBS News, Washington.
The American-led coalition in Iraq and Syria reportedly paused its campaign against ISIS today as U.S. forces prepare for retaliation from Iran. Called up 3,000 Army reservists to help fight the massive bushfires engulfing several states. Skies have turned a haunting shade of orange as thousands of people try to evacuate the region. The fires have claimed 24 lives since September. The latest, a 47-year-old man who died while fighting a fire threatening his friend's home in New South Wales. Officials say the bushfire in Kangaroo Island, Australia, have nearly wiped out their entire koala population. The family of the late crocodile hunter Steve Irwin is continuing his legacy of rescuing and saving wildlife in danger. Irwin's daughter, Bindi Irwin, and the rest of the family have now rescued and treated more than 90,000 animals, many of which were injured in those recent fires. Still to come on News 3 Now at 5:30. Planning for your next trip, Consumer Reports has some suggestions on which type of luggage might be best for you. That's next.
for first, fast, accurate weather updates. Watch First Alert Weather.
Your checklist for a good piece of luggage is probably pretty simple. It should hold what you need and be tough enough to survive the baggage claim when you have to check it. Leah Linscheid for Consumer Reports says more on what brand to pick before you pack.
Baggage can take a real beating getting from here to there. Luggage salesman Sal Carino says durability is a top priority for his customers.
People are willing to pay a premium for a product that will arrive intact.
Split seams or broken zippers, wheels or handles can mean the next trip for that bag is to the garbage dump. If you want a bag that will last, Consumer Reports members can help, revealing important information about the luggage they own. Briggs & Riley and Eagle Creek were two of the top-rated brands for durability for both checked and carry-on bags. They also got high marks in the Consumer Reports survey for ease of packing and stowability. Another bonus with these brands, they are among those that offer lifetime warranties.
Lifetime warranties can offer some peace of mind. But you need to remember that they do come with limitations and that lifetime may not mean your lifetime.
For instance, with Eagle Creek, the warranty applies to what the company says is the lifetime of the bag. Also, with some manufacturers, including Away, the warranty will not apply if you are not the original owner. Cosmetic damage is generally not covered.
Even if the bag is covered under warranty, the company will likely repair it. If they do replace the bag, they may give you a different color or even a completely different model from the one that you purchased.
In addition to durability, Sal Carino says it's important to consider the size and weight of your bag. Some airlines require carry-ons to be 18 pounds or less for the lowest priced flights. For News 3 Now, this is Leah Linscheid.
No matter how sturdy your luggage is, over time it will start to show its age with some dings and scrapes, which are generally not covered under lifetime warranties. Consumer Reports recommends you wrap your luggage in plastic for the trip or use a removable cover to keep it looking like new. Coming up on News 3 Now at 5:30, more mild temperatures are in the week ahead. Dana will have a full look at your First Alert forecast after the break.
So the cloud coverage did hold on a little bit longer today than we were initially expecting, but those temperatures did climb right on up to the 40s. So the winds are going to calm down tonight. Still windy outside. It'll stay windy up until about midnight, but heading into tomorrow, we're going to back off just a little bit. These above normal temperatures are going to stay around. We're not expecting a big drop for the next several days, and we're certainly not going to fall below average through the rest of the week and even into the weekend. We are looking ahead to Thursday for our next opportunity for some rain. Since temperatures are going to stay above average and above freezing, it does seem like just a rain event, but it does seem like a little bit will be coming on through. Doppler radar's quiet right now, even with the cloud coverage overhead. We don't have anything coming in for tonight. In fact, our skies are steadily becoming mostly clear. Right now, we still have that cloud coverage, mainly east of Madison, but everything is clearing on out. By tomorrow morning, 6 o'clock heading on in, we have a breeze from the west. Temperatures are going to be in the mid to low 20s for our overnight lows. So a little chilly outside early in the day, but that's close to where our afternoon highs should be. That's where we'll be starting the afternoon, or starting the morning. Later in the afternoon, high temperatures will be approaching 40 again. We're expecting the upper 30s for most of the area, but along the state line, we may get closer to 40 degrees or even in the low 40s. Clouds building back in Monday night heading into Tuesday. This is Tuesday early in the morning at 3 o'clock. We have the chance for some flurries, mainly north of Madison. Not expecting any accumulation, just a slight chance to see a little bit of flurry action for early on Tuesday. But by 6:30, as you can see, the flurries are out of here. The cloud coverage clears out also, so skies will steadily become partly sunny by Tuesday afternoon. High temperatures on Tuesday won't be quite as mild. We'll back off just a little bit into the lower 30s, but that's still above average, still not too bad for the start of January. Overnight tonight, we'll be dropping to about 25 degrees in Madison with a mostly clear sky. It's still just a little breezy outside, about 10 to 20 miles per hour. We've seen wind gusts closer to 30 miles per hour, but those winds are starting to back off, die down just a little bit. We'll be closer to about 8 to 15 for tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're looking at a high of 39 in Madison with a partly sunny sky. 39 is really mild. And again, along the state line, we may be just a little closer to the 40s, into the low 40s for some folks. And then as you're traveling a little further north, temperatures still in the upper 30s around the Dells. We're upper 30s for Monday. For Tuesday, we back off just a little bit. Wednesday puts us the closest to average that we're going to see through the rest of the week. But by Thursday, warmer air comes on in, and our next rain chance is going to come in on Thursday. Since temperatures are going to be in the 40s, it does just look like a rain chance right now, but it might mix with a little bit of snow later at night when temps start to fall into the 20s. The following weekend, next weekend, looks pretty good right now. Partly sunny for both days. Temperatures will be in the 30s. And for Sunday, a chance for some light snow and a little mix developing later in the afternoon and at night heading into Monday. But we're in for a really mild stretch. Even those precipitation chances aren't really big events coming through.
Yeah, and it's still weird to see even like high 30s and 40s. That's odd.
It's odd, and those overnight lows not dropping into the single digits. It's been really pleasant. My boiler's happy that hasn't had to run so much overnight.
Yeah. All right, thank you so much, Dana. The playoff possibilities narrow for the Packers after the Vikings game in New Orleans. Kevin has highlights from the wild card weekend coming up next.
The first Sunday in a while where I don't have Packers highlights for you. They earned the number 2 seed in the NFC and got a first-round playoff bye. They also got to wait and see who they'd play. Today we had Seahawks, Eagles, and Vikings in New Orleans. Might be the best wildcard weekend of all time. Kirk Cousins trying to win a big game. Will Lutz trying to send us to overtime. And he drills a 49-yard field goal. We are tied at 20 apiece. First possession of OT. Cousins looking long and looking for Adam Thielen. How about 43 yards inside the 5? 3 plays later, Cousins, who shrinks in prime time, was big today. Kyle Rudolph, ball game. Minnesota wins 26-20. They are off to San Francisco for a date Saturday with the 49ers. Well, the game's still in progress, so this is the best I can do. The Packers will host the winner of this game. Russell Wilson's 4-0 in his career against the Eagles. He just threw a 53-yard touchdown pass to DK Metcalf, but the Eagles are driving with Josh McCown at quarterback because Carson Wentz is out with a head injury. 17-6 to score in the third quarter. Is it over? Well, certainly felt like it last night. Nothing's official, but the Patriots won't defend their Super Bowl title, that's for sure. Tom Brady's 42 years young and an unrestricted free agent this offseason. Offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels, a hot name for multiple head coaching vacancies. Nobody was talking about the future after the game except the Titans, who advanced to play the Ravens on Saturday. When the Packers hit the practice field this week, head coach Matt LaFleur's going to be doing what he always does, getting involved. He was known to play safety and line up in formations during drills. Then he tore his Achilles playing basketball this preseason, but that has not stopped him from getting in guys' faces and trying to turn the energy level up during practice. It's worked to the tune of a first-round bye, and LaFleur said he's not changing a thing.
That's what I love to do, and hopefully, I don't know, maybe it brings some energy. But no, I always want to be in the mix. I always want to be in the fray, and that's why you get into coaching, because you love kind of doing that and coaching the guys up and giving them looks and, you know, just talking ball.
Number 1 Wisconsin women's hockey, number 3 Northeastern battle at the Berg in Pittsburgh. First period, Alexis Maurerman, no. Britta Curl cleaning up the mess. One more look, lights the lamp. It's 1-0 Bucky. Badgers on the power play. Left side of the screen, Abby Rock all alone. Puts it away, but Northeastern has tied it at 2. That is where we are, just underway in the third period. Baylor basketball hosting Texas. This is Kai Carlson, and this is a 96-foot putt. If it goes in, he gets $5 grand. Why would I show you?
It's got to go in because you're showing us. Oh my goodness, it's taking forever. What?
They've been doing it for 16 years. Now, you can do a $250 or a $500 putt from short range. Amanda, why have $250 or $500 when you can have $5,000? It's a financial company that writes the check. They haven't had to do it for 16 years, so I think they've got their money's worth there.
Dang, so 16 years, no one has gotten that $5,000?
No, I have trouble from like 6 feet, 3 feet. 96 feet, though. He said it started to curl, and then, yeah, when it got inside the three-point line, it went back to the right. He knew it the whole way.
And everyone is so quiet.
I know, everyone's like, it's like it has a chance, a chance, a chance, a chance.
Watching.
Spend the money well.
Wow, that's awesome. All right, we'll be right back. Tonight on Fox 47, movies from Disney and Sony dominated the box office this weekend. We take a closer look at those numbers tonight on Fox 47 News at 9. Let's take a closer look at the weather. It's actually really nice out compared to other winters.
Yes, usually when it's cold outside, bitterly cold, I would recommend going to the movies, but things have actually been pretty comfortable for this weekend. Now, looking ahead to your work week for Monday, we're expecting partly sunny skies, so we finally get the sunshine back. It just really didn't come through today, but we're right back close to 40 for afternoon highs. Heading into Tuesday, temperatures will be in the mid-30s in the afternoon. We may see some light flurries early on, but otherwise skies will become partly sunny. Wednesday is our cold day for the week, and that's still above average in the upper 20s. And our next rain chance will be on Thursday. We're expecting showers to develop in the afternoon, and since temperatures will be in the 40s, this is just a rain event. It may mix with some snow at night, but none of that's going to stick. Heading into Friday, the sun returns in the mid-30s, and Saturday, we're pretty okay also with some sunshine before our next rain chance for the start of next week.
Pretty okay, sounds good. All right, have a great night.